What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for jumping into another video. It's Thursday, November 6th, and yesterday I said was a really good day, and the day before I said was a really bad day. So today I'm going to say was a really okay day. Not a great day, actually not a good day. It was kind of a pretty bad day. Unless you were with me in the Discord group, and we were making money this morning, but then everything started heading south, and several of us did land up bag holding some stocks with this pull down, and several of us DCA'd, dollar cost average down to get out of some other stocks we were in for profit, and some made good profit. But shout out to Ronnie, who goes by Cannonball. Good job today. Played APLD like a champ. Got in first thing this morning, cracked it for $250. Came back around for the second run, hit it for another $50. Took $300 out today. Good job. APLD is a solid stock. I know a lot of people right now are thinking like, dang, the thing dropped to oblivion today. It did. It dropped all the way down to $29 a share, which is unreal. But for me, that's a buy the dip opportunity because I know that APLD is heading back in the direction of $40 once we get through some of this weird volatility and things that are happening in the market. A lot of stuff that was going on in the market today, but wasn't really necessarily affecting the market, right? We were waiting for Trump to do some sort of a speech at 11 o'clock. To find out what was going on with that. And that didn't really have a play in the market. We actually, if you were watching Trump and this speech, whatever he was doing in the White House today, they had a gentleman pass out, which praying hopefully he's okay. So they had to stop everything, pause, kick out the media, and then restart it and do it all again. And obviously it was basically Lilly, the drug manufacturer, making the weight loss medications more affordable so that everybody could afford them and get them through their insurance companies. So some pretty cool stuff, but it didn't pump the market up, didn't pump it down. And if you actually saw LLY, Lilly, the stock, it's already $900 a share. So like I actually, during the announcement, jumped on the stock to see what it was doing. And I was like, yeah, this is definitely an options call kind of a play for people that do options calls. And no offense, based on how much they were, I wasn't jumping into those today. So we also had waiting for Tesla to announce, whether the board approved this, whatever, $42 quadrillion, package for Elon Musk. I don't even still know if it was good or bad, but I think they did approve something, and Tesla did pump a little bit in the aftermarket. I know that a couple of the Discord members, like I had shared with them, I'd gotten into TSLL waiting for that pump. Did take profit on that. So did some of our Discord members, taking profit on that. So good job. Matter of fact, Ravi, I think, took a $50 profit on that in the aftermarket hours just for a quick straight up snipe. So good job. Good sniping. Good scalping. But listen, there's a lot of money out there to be made. And ultimately, there wasn't anything super crazy in the news today that was causing the market to run down the way it did. So what I would share is, while a lot of us were kind of trying to, spitball what's going on in the market, what are we seeing, what's happening, why are we on this red, run down? We all knew that at some point we were going to have this correction. Some of us had estimated 5%, some 10%, some 15%, right, which is a pretty big dump and drop. But what I've heard and what I agree with is that this drop, which may continue tomorrow in the Friday end of week, potentially it's going to turn pretty quick. This is not one that's going to stay long. We're not going to end up in some sort of a, frozen market or a winter. I know that a lot of people are talking about, crypto winter? I don't remember the term they use for cryptocurrency. But that's not what this is. I think that we are going to see this turn. Now, I'll tell you what I did do today, and you should take a look at, because there's a lot of incredible stocks that tomorrow, if they do in fact turn, and a lot of stuff at the end of the day today was on a turn, was starting heading back, right, in an upward trend, I bought Palantir. I added to my retirement stock, Palantir. I bought 5 more shares. I know it sounds like little, right? But you buy 2 here, 5 here, 10 here, and you keep chipping away. Before you know it, you got $1 million in the bank, with a specific stock. And I am very confident in Palantir. I know Palantir was literally at $160 something a share, and I'm like, time to buy some more Palantir because it already showed us where it wants to go. It wants to go to 222. That's what it showed us in earnings. So it wants to break 200 and get above it, and we will get there maybe towards the end of the year, maybe into the new year. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in the charting today because honestly, with the way things ran down, all you'd be looking at is a bunch of charts with everything in the red. We will go to the S&P 500. I'm going to show you this because I'm curious myself to see how we finally closed out the market. So if we go here, let's go to markets. Okay, and this is what's unbelievable to me, right? This almost can't be real. Let's give this a minute to reset. Right? Am I on the right? There you go. All right, you saw it. I knew there was no way we were still green with even in any of the three indices. So, all right. So the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and the Nasdaq, all three down 1.12%, 0.84%, 1.90%. These are big numbers down. Okay. So everything down, but if you noticed, there's still a lot of different sectors that are still solid green. There was just certain things causing the market to run down red today. And everything that I'm normally in, everything that I love to day trade, was down by the end of the day. But I'm going to tell you, all right, and I've said it the last few videos, even in a downtrend day, okay, even in a downtrend day, you can still make money. And not as an options trader buying puts, but in buying shares. And let me kind of show this to you real quick because I actually played APLD twice today, and very similar to Cannonball, I played it twice today, got in and out, and made some money. So let's go here to the best day trade stock list. All right, so look, Tesla dumped hard this morning, but Tesla spent the rest of the day on the way to this decision on and up. And then look, this is where they got the decision about his package. I don't know what the final package was, but they liked it and it cracked. I mean, it brought it from 435 low today all the way back to 461.10, closed at now 446 in the aftermarket, or 445 and change. And so TSLL right here is where I made some money, and so did a few other people. AMD, okay. And like I said, we're not going to go through every one of them, but look, everything had this down. NVIDIA, everything had this down. Some things came back up a little bit, some different. But if we go to APLD, what I'm going to show you is, and I'm going to go into the 5-minute chart. All right, APLD did what APLD always does, okay? Like I've said, it actually was looking decent in the pre-market. I even had texted everyone in the Discord and said, hey, APLD is looking pretty good, holding horizontal, and it had this nice pump right before the market opened, okay, at the 9:30 bell. And at the bell, it had this quick pre-market pump into 9:30, but then, like always, APLD did this rundown drop and pulled back down to a low of 32.75. It was at a high in the pre-market of 33.79. So now you're back down here 32.75, and I went in and I bought APLD, right? Got all the way up to 33.90. You got to get out when you see this thing starting to pull back, where the seller is starting to push the candle back and leaving a wick, and then boom, this monster red candle, right? And then it ran down all day. Well, then I got back in it here mid-morning, mid-afternoon, wherever this is, around the 11 o'clock hour, and I made money in here. And then it came down and, just sort of continued to do this trend. Then a lot of people I know got in here at 12:30 when it turned, and they rode this up. And that's where several people actually made some more money in APLD. But the thing is, see, that's what I'm trying to share with you, is that even though APLD and everything down, right, 6% for the day, okay, you're still making money in these uptrends. If you understand the candlestick patterns, you understand how to get in, right? I mean, you see these two red major candles here. This is a support level. It broke through, but it came back. It pushed back, and now you got these doji candles literally riding this wave. You got 3 hits on this support line. For me, that's when I knew, time to buy in. By this third candle pushed up this way, I bought in. And then look what happened. Monster green. And then I saw this red pushing down. Well, time to get back out, right? You're not going to overstay your welcome. You just have to learn the candlestick pattern. Same thing here. Red came down, wick down. The buyers pushed it all the way back up, like almost a hammer doji. And then you got the green, and it was a little indecisive. But then when you got this bottom, boom, into this one, you're buying back in because it's getting ready to run up. This candle's overtaking the rest of the candles. So you have to learn the patterns. You got to learn what they look like and where to get in and out. But overall, just a crazy, crazy day for the market overall completely, with a lot of opportunities to make money. And if you're not smart, you don't know what you're doing, a lot of opportunity to let money go back to the casino. So if you're bag holding right now, the only advice I can give you is don't stress about it. Don't freak out about it. Don't panic sell, right? Hold on. Let's see what the market does. We believe, and right here for APLD especially, $30.90 is a support level. It rejected it several times in the post market and then started to push it back up. Okay. It came back, but it's not quite there yet. So it's holding above. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's see what happens for tomorrow. But it is Friday. Potentially it is a rundown day. So you got to be careful. You got to be cautious and just watch and see what happens. A couple things I'm looking at, and this has been called out by a few other people, but I'm going to tell you this one's kind of funny. But Lemonade Incorporated, okay? Lemonade Incorporated, everybody was kind of excited about Lemonade. I'm going to tell you that I believe that certain YouTubers, okay, I'm not there yet. There's about, 1960 or 70, somewhere around there, I believe, subscribers on this channel, okay? Not enough to make a real serious dent in a stock market, all right? But there's a few YouTubers out there. Stocks with Josh is one, okay, that I watch his videos. I think he does an excellent job. I enjoy his content. He's really doing an incredible thing, and he has a major, very major, awesome Discord, $100 a month, right, to see live trading and see all that. Whereas I'm not doing live trading in our Discord, but $10 a month versus $100 a month. So if you want to join the Discord and become part of the AJDT family at the ground bottom floor as we build it, jump in now, because once prices are up, and so you get in now, and then you'll be part of a Discord that is going to grow. Praying a lot for it to continue to grow, have good value, help people make a lot of money, and so far so good. So far, a lot of our Discord members that are being safe and smart are making some good plays, some good money, and I'm very, very proud of each and every one of you in here that announce your wins, because it's super huge, and it makes me feel great to know that maybe just a little bit, what I'm doing here, my goal is to try to help you, and what I'm doing here hopefully is helping. So drop a comment below. Let me know if you are a subscriber and you're following some of these plays anyway and you're making money. And if you want to join the Discord, jump in the Discord. Would love to have you there. Send me an email at averagejoedaytrader01@gmail.com. Here, I put it up on the screen. I'm going to leave it up there for a couple seconds. averagejoedaytrader01, no spaces, @gmail.com. Send me an email and let me know you're interested in the Discord. Before you send me the email, though, you've got to click the join button below for the elite group. So hit join the elite group. It's like $10 a month, somewhere around there now, depending on the fees by YouTube or Apple or whoever you go through. But go ahead and jump in the Discord, and would love to see you in there, with the other traders, with the other investors that are communicating all day long, every day about the market and things that are going on and helping each other make money. But Josh was talking about Lemonade, LMND. Matter of fact, one of the traders in his group also was talking about Lemonade, LMND. And I didn't know anything about this company. I didn't know anything as far as charting it. I still haven't charted it. I will now, though, chart it, because now it's piqued my interest. But they said that this stock hadn't been above, $80 or somewhere over $100 since 2021 or something like that. And they said that based on the trend analysis and charting, that they saw this going to $90 or $86, $91, somewhere around there. And sure enough, man, and this is what I'm going to share with you. This morning, when the market opened, the bell hit and it pounded all the way up to $81.90, basically from this $79, okay? So it went, It went a couple dollars up hard and it came back, and then it spent with everything else the rest of the day kind of pulling back and then working horizontal. But I think what happens is, right, because I think stocks with Josh, I think he's got like, I want to say like 8,000 members. Okay. He's got like 8,000 members in his Discord and subscribers, somewhere around there. So if you think about all those people that have the potential to pump a stock, if I throw out there, if I got 8,000 of you subscribed, then having that many people that you share, like, hey, this is a stock you need to put on your watch list, you need to have on your radar, Lemonade. It's the next best thing. You're going to potentially have 8 to 10,000 people or 100,000 people, depending on who shares what with who, that might go in and buy the stock right away and cause this huge pump. Now, I know 8,000 people, 10,000 people may not be a lot when you look at the entirety of the stock market, but you never know. It could pump a stock. You could pick a stock and say, hey, everybody go buy 100 shares of that stock at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then when the bell opens at 9:30, it's going to pump, right? I mean, that just happens. It could potentially happen. And I might be totally crazy. I might be way off base, but it's kind of weird that Lemonade, they talk about Lemonade yesterday, and this morning the thing has this monster launch to 81.90. What am I looking at tomorrow? APLD. Every single day, APLD. I made good money in APLD today. Several other people are. I'm looking at APLD. I also made the decision to kind of come back around and look at Serve Robotics and SoundHound. Those have always been really incredible for me. But I'm mostly following the AJDT Best Day Trade stock list and getting in and out of those stocks. And like I mentioned yesterday, the new list is done and out. I shared it with the Discord group. They've got it. Several people told me they're already starting to kind of chart through some of it on one-on-ones. So, that is out, but that will be out to you all next week. There'll be a video coming out for you where I'll go through each and every one of them, show you some levels, show you some charting on them, and we'll go through them. And then also, just so you know, we do have a Sunday night live scheduled. It's Thursday night, but we have a Sunday night live scheduled for this coming Sunday. The clock will start ticking around 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be on around 7:55 Eastern Time. So if you don't want to get on that early, although you could just log in and let the clock count down, I'll be in 7:55, and then we will together look at and talk about whether it's a gap up or a gap down for the S&P 500. My personal feel about the stock market today and where we're at, there's a lot of great buy the dip opportunities. We just need to make sure we're at the bottom. Like I said yesterday, I feel like we're at a great opportunity to buy the dip, but you want to make sure that it's at the bottom of the dip. I added to Palantir because I saw the turn. I'm very happy with where it's at. I don't even know what it's doing right now. Let's take a look at it since we're together. Yeah, so Palantir, pretty much, every single resistance and support level it had broken through today. And it's back up, at this 175 level. So good. I got in somewhere in here at $176, adding to my portfolio, which brought my average up, I don't know, somewhere around $140, I think now. I'd been buying it since about 80 or 90 bucks and just kept, every time it dropped, I would buy more. So it would almost average me up a little bit. Looks like I bought it very high, but I didn't. I bought it much lower and just keeps averaging up every time I buy more. So anyway, listen, if it's your first time here, thank you for being here. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. And let's just consider this another red day. The day is over. Take a deep breath. The market did. So now we want the market to be comfortable and breathing well and start to pump. And let's let the bulls take over. I do believe there's still a lot of bull potential. We're not done with the year yet, so we still have a lot of things we need to accomplish. And there's a lot of stocks that, want to get run into it. So we'll see what happens with that. But either way, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And join the Discord. Jump in now. Be very excited to have you there. And like I said, send me that email. Join it. Send me the email. And we'll send you the activation link so you can join and be part of it and with us in the morning. All right. Listen, have a great night. Thank you so much. God bless you. We will see you tomorrow. Josh out. Peace.